Gang, happy Father's Day. Welcome back, man. Welcome back to Let's Talk Everything. Y'all know what's up. Welcome back. It's early. Early birds get the worm. Early birds get the worms, though. You feel me? I always know that. I woke up knowing that. I live knowing that, man. Early birds get the worms. You feel me? You got to be able to be up early and be able to get out here and make everything happen. Because if you don't, it ain't gonna happen, man. Happy Father's Day again to all the real fathers out there, gang. To all the fathers out there that's been a father. You feel me? Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day. I feel like it's a lot of people, man, out there that ain't get to see their kids, that ain't get to see their shorties. You feel me? A lot of them that ain't get to see their shorties out there, gang. For real. I like to thank my creator for waking me up this morning, man. You feel me? I do. I like to thank my creator. I like to thank my God. I like to thank the universe. You feel me? And I say that I say that with a passion. I mean that, gang. I mean that. Because like I said, life is too short, man. The way we living right now, life's short. Life is short. You never know what to expect. You know, I'm just happy to be here on another Father's Day. Wake up live. Wake up able to talk with y'all, communicate. You feel me? Wake up able to pop my shit. I just rolled some doobies up, early morning doobies. Early morning doobies, y'all already know how they go. Today is one of those days, though, gang, where it's one of those days where, you feel me, you just got to be excited for waking up, man. I know some people out there who probably ain't going to get to see today, who ain't going to wake up. I know some people out there who probably done lost their lives. Over the weekend, gang, we had a lot of shootings, man. Over the weekend, not just the weekend, during the whole week. Summer ain't even got fully started yet, gang, and we got a lot of shootings taking place. Trust and believe me. Trust and believe me, gang. It's a lot going on. And out here in the streets, when it's a lot going on like this, you really want to be out the way. You really want to be out the way, because I'm going to tell you something. If you one of them niggas who got something you going for, if you one of them people, females too, you one of them people who got something you going for, you building towards, you want to stay out the way. You don't want to be in no way. You don't want to be in the way of none of that shit, man. You feel me? Saturday, look, Milwaukee shooting. Saturday, 1 dead, 3 wounded, including 10. That right there, I ain't even see that. I ain't even see that, gang. I didn't. This took place. What's today? Let me see, gang. Today, Sunday, 15th. So they updated this story on the 15th, right? And say Milwaukee shootings. Saturday, 1 dead, 3 wounded, including 10. So separate Milwaukee shootings wounded 3 people and 1 dead on Saturday, gang. That show you how active the city been. The city been getting so active, it don't make no sense, man. A lot of people don't understand how real it's been getting out here, man. I like that doobie up. If you smoke, wake and bake. Wake up, roll that shit up, get chopped. You already know the drill. You know the drill. So police continue to seek whoever is responsible for Saturday's gun violence, man. And to me, I don't think the gun violence need to be this hype in the city, gang. I don't think so. You know, these niggas get a gun and they be willing to kill. They trying to rob everything moving. They trying to hurt everybody. You feel me? These niggas ain't got no motherfucking morals nor values. These niggas ain't got no morals and no values, gang. At the end of the day, I feel like a lot of niggas out here, they just do the things they do just cuz, gang. You know what I'm saying? They trying to earn stripes or trying to be down with a gang. Gang they trying to be down with don't really give a fuck about them. They don't. They don't really care about you, gang. They want you to, you know what I'm saying, throw your life away. They say separate shootings on Saturday, June 14th, left 3 people wounded and 1 dead. An 18-year-old victim was shot around 1:20 p.m. and went to the hospital. According to the Milwaukee Police Department, the victim is expected to survive. Now, that was on Fond du Lac Center. An 18-year-old gets shot at 1:20 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Yesterday was a beautiful day. Yesterday was quite beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I was out there. The kids was out there and shit. I was out there vibing. Yesterday, my block though was hot. I ain't gonna lie, my block was hot. Over here on 37, gang, it was hot. Now it's a lot of shit that take place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. But if you ain't familiar with the streets, you ain't really familiar with, you know, what goes on, what take place, or your neighborhood, which a lot of you niggas don't be familiar with, what take place in your area. It get groovy. You feel me? It get groovy. But when it start getting groovy, you got to be able to be careful. You got to be able to be smart, be wise. You feel me? Hold on, gang. Let me see what's happening on here. This is done. Come on. Oh. They get groovy. Anyway, like I said though, when they get groovy, gang, you better believe it's popping, man. And it get like wicked. Niggas be out here trying to kill, niggas be out here trying to shoot. It turned into the Wild Wild West a little bit. It turned into the Wild Wild West. And you got to be real careful about the things you're doing, the moves you're making. You know what I'm saying? Who you socializing with. Sometimes it be some niggas that you don't even know. Or some niggas that know the niggas you fuck with that, you feel me, turn up. And they turn the streets into a parking lot at the end of the day. What we don't know, they said what we don't know is what led to the shooting remains under investigation, but MPD said the victim indicated it was related to a robbery. Police are looking for whoever is responsible. So niggas was out here trying to rob niggas all yesterday. It felt good. Niggas out here felt like, look, I'm on a lick. I need some money. I'm finna go, you feel me? I'm finna go hit a lick. I'm finna go rob a nigga now. To me, that ain't worth it. I ain't promoting it. Because honestly, you can go out there and make an honest hustle, gang. You can find some type of motherfucking business that you can do, or find some type of hustle that you can get started for yourself. Besides robbing a motherfucker, because that's the last, feel me? That's the last resort. Why would you want to rob a motherfucker if you know you can go out here and honestly make $1? If you know you can go out here and honestly make a hustle, why would you? I don't get it. I don't. You feel me? And also on top of that, it was an officer that was shot on 46th and Hampton. You feel me? A Milwaukee police officer wounded by gunfire at 46th and Hampton on Thursday night, June 12th, was released from Frederick Hospital on Friday. So, you know, it's been popping. These niggas been shooting back and forth at officers. You feel me? They shot a female officer a couple days prior to this officer being shot. So, you know, the city popping right now, man. Milwaukee is turned up, and it's not turned up in a good way. Yeah, it's not turned up in a good way. You hear me? Yeah. It ain't turned up by niggas making all the money they could and putting on everybody in the world they could, gang. It ain't. Yeah, you hear me? It ain't turned up that way. It could be. It could be turned up in a way everybody teaching everybody how to make $1. Everybody teaching everybody how to go record some movies, record studio. You feel me? How to draw, or how to, you feel me, calculate a couple dollars by selling a few items, legitimate items. It could be turned up that way, but these niggas would rather do it this way. You hear me? They'll rather turn up in the most bogus way. They'll rather turn up to where they can see you bleeding, crying, mourning, you know, hurt. At the end of the day, I don't promote that shit. That shit right there, I do not promote. I don't promote nothing that ain't positive, nothing that ain't working in the honor of God. If it ain't working under the order of God, gang, that he gave, I ain't promoting it. I don't promote it. I ain't with it. Fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because all that's gonna do is drive you down the wrong path that you don't want to be down. And on Father's Day, you better believe, I said, I'm in a store today. Out of all the people saying Happy Father's Day, and there's a lot of black people saying that, but I'm like, damn, Y'all really can't mean that because my nigga, it's a lot of black fathers that didn't make it last night. They got killed. It's a lot of black fathers that been down all week. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas talking about Happy Father's Day. Y'all been killing these kids' dads. Y'all running around on lakes and shit, on little hunts. Y'all on missions, you feel me? For money, taking hits for money. Don't tell me a nigga that broke, he gotta go take somebody's life. A nigga that broke, he gotta go take somebody's life. He can't go make a dollar himself, an honest dollar. I used to be in that field, that mindset of thinking, to where I could have took a nigga life for some money. Was it worth it? I could have took a hit. I could have got paid for a hit. Was it worth it? Hell no. Now that I look back today, no. You feel me? Now that I recognize what I know today, no, it wasn't worth it. No matter how much money they would have paid a nigga to go knock off whoever, 10,000, I ain't knocking off nobody, gang. Not for that. It ain't worth it. I ain't finna put my life in nobody's hands for no paper. You hear me? I ain't trading my life for that. I know some niggas that would, though. I know some niggas that would come kill you, the mama, the kids, the dog. I swear I know some niggas like that. And them niggas need to turn their life around. That's the fucked up part. Them niggas need to turn their life around. I be telling niggas, gang, get your life together, because I'm gonna tell you something. You gotta pay for that. When God come get you, you gotta pay for that. When that reaper come talking, you gotta pay for that, boy. When it's time to get out of this body, when it's time for your soul to get out of this body, and it's time for you to take your bitch ass up where you gonna go, up to the upper room, or if you gonna go to the lower room, wherever you gonna go, nigga, you gotta pay for that. Half of these niggas, when they get smoked, they don't want to die. I heard a nigga say, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I don't want to die. You got to pay for that, big dog. It's some shit you did, you got to pay for. And it's a lot of niggas don't understand that. That's why it don't make sense to play in karma's face. It don't make sense to play on the devil's playground. It's going to be some niggas that play on the devil's playground today. On Father's Day, trust and believe me. It's going to be some niggas that play on that playground today. And honestly, I don't think that's somewhere they want to play at, man. That ain't nowhere I want to play it. I want to play at home with the family on the grill or something. You hear me? I want to play on my microphone or something like that. I don't want to play with death. I don't want to play with death. Niggas played with death all yesterday, all week. Niggas is dying left and right. 16 people shot. 16. You know, to me, that's too many. To me, that's too many, man. That's overboard. That's overkill. You know, that's overkill. I feel like that's overkill. I feel like in life, I feel like it ain't worth taking nobody's life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can live and you can earn everything that you always wanted to earn just by living your life and doing you. You know, sometimes you got to believe in the invisible. Some of y'all don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in the powers you have. You don't believe in the potential that you have. So therefore, everything fell for you, gang. You know people like that everything fell for them. No matter what they do, no matter how hard they pray, everything fell for them. Let me tell you why. Because they don't believe. Them the main ones who don't believe. And them the ones that don't believe, you got to stay away from them. You can't be by them. Them the motherfuckers gonna get you caught up. They're gonna get you spiritually caught up, gang. It's a spiritual warfare we in out here, gang. You got to understand that. It's a spiritual warfare we're in out here. We're at war spiritually. My nigga, people physically think we at war. No, it's a spiritual warfare. It's about what side you're going to choose. It's about you going to choose the evil side or the good side. That's what it's about. You know what side I chose? I chose the side I'm supposed to be on. That's the righteous side. That's God's side, gang. I don't know what side you're going to be on. I really don't give a fuck what side you be on. I'm going to be real with you. As long as I know what side I'm on. As long as I know who I'm following. As long as I know who my creator is. As long as I know who my God is. As long as I know that I ain't scared to use my potential. I don't care what you scared to use. You hear me? I don't care what you scared to use. As long as I'm a God-fearing man. And I ain't scared of nothing else. Because in this world, the world will want you to be scared of everything else. It ain't about being scared of everything else in the world, man. It's about knowing and staying still and knowing that God is, gang. No matter what we do, knowing that God is. So, you know, due to the fact I know that, he walked me through certain trials and tribulations that some of y'all probably couldn't make it through. He walked me through certain fields of death, certain fields of thorns, certain fields of tribulations that some of y'all couldn't have made it through. Some of y'all wouldn't have made it through with a vest, a gun, and a C4 bomb strapped to your waistline. You wouldn't have made it through. Want me to tell you why? Because he carried me through there. I ain't had to walk through there. alone. He carried me through that. He lifted me up and he told me, look, I got you. The reason he don't carry some of y'all though is because some of y'all done abandoned him a long time ago. Some of y'all done said, you know what? I'm done with God. He took my grandma. He took my auntie. He took my mama. I'm done. Look, you can't be done until he done with you. If you still alive, God ain't finished. No matter if it's good or bad, if you still alive, he ain't finished. If you still alive, he might not be finished with the punishment he done got you. You feel me? That he got you going through. He probably ain't finished. If you getting blessed, he probably ain't finished with the blessings he got to give you, gang. So at the end of the day, you got to understand it. Some people think certain situations take place because they control these situations. I'm gonna tell you something. You don't control shit in life. God control everything. You don't control nothing. We don't control nothing. You, me, your mama, your daddy, nobody. You hear me? My mama, my daddy, they don't control nothing. We control what God allow us to control. And that's our free-willed mind. You hear me? Our mind, our thoughts is the only thing we can control, our emotions. Everything else, though, he control that. He control it like a remote control. You hear me? Y'all heard that Kanye West song? He got it on remote control, which is true. Because life is on control by remote control by our creator. You feel me? And y'all niggas out here, y'all taking people's lives like you the ruler. I was watching that D-Dog interview with DJU, and he kept telling DJU, don't make me choose for you. You know, meaning like, yo, he'll kill him or something. Don't make me choose for you. Gang, I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. Don't make me choose for you. But I'm gonna tell you something. When you die, God gotta choose for you. When you die, God gotta choose for you. When you die, that creator gotta choose for you. You hear me? You gotta answer to all that, gang. Everybody that pass and that lose their breath out their body gotta answer to that, my nigga. And that's something everybody's scared of. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Everybody that done die can't come back to you and tell you how it is and what's real and what ain't real. They can't. They can't. Everybody done died can't come back and tell you, hey, yo, look, this shit hit different. Hey, yo, look, this shit, you feel me? Oh, thank you, Shalana. Thank you. Thank you, sis, most definitely. You know, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Hey, they don't, it hit different, man. It hit different. You feel me? So, you know, I make sure that the karma or whatever boomerang I'm throwing out, I make sure that it ain't a bad one. I make sure that it ain't a dangerous one. I make sure that it ain't one that I'm talking about a motherfucker or hating on a motherfucker or get jealous about a motherfucker. One thing about me, I ain't never been a jealous nigga. I never can get jealous. Let me tell you why. I'm good at everything I do. I'm good at everything I do. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. You feel me? I'm creative. I'm one of a kind. I master all the skills I got. I'm talented. You feel me? I don't think it's plenty of people that can do much as I can do, gang. You feel me? And even if I get to doing what you do, I can do it better than you. That's the thing. That's why I never been a jealous nigga. I never been a hating nigga. I never had the choice to hate. God gave me so much power and strength that I ain't gotta hate. I'm fast. I'm smart. I can outthink you. I can outbeat you. I can outdo you. You feel me? That's on every level, on whatever level I want to get on. That's why I love me. And I love my God. I love my creator because he blessed me to be that way. He ain't blessed me to become no hater. He ain't blessed me to become no salty ass nigga. He ain't blessed me to become no felon ass nigga. One of them niggas, I can't do shit. No, I can do whatever I put my mind to. That's the thing. You hear me? I can do whatever I put my mind to. That's the thing. Some of you niggas can't. Some of you niggas won't choose to. Some of y'all scared to take that quantum leap. You scared to take that quantum leap and you scared to prove yourself to yourself. Well, why is you scared to be like God? Why you scared to be like God? Why you scared to use the powers he gave you? I ain't. That's one thing I ain't never scared to speak my mind. I ain't never scared to speak how I feel. I ain't never scared to tell you niggas how I feel. I ain't never scared to say fuck you in your face. You hear me? That's just me. At the end of the day, I do feel like a lot of y'all scared of the potential that lies within yourself. You scared of what you can do in the world. You scared of who you can teach. You scared of motivating somebody and bringing them up out of the hole because you scared that the potential that you motivate and bring out of them that they didn't see in themselves, you feel me? That's going to grow. And now you're going to be looked at as some type of teacher, some type of mogul. You scared of that type of connection, ain't you? I ain't scared of that. You is. I ain't scared of that. I ain't never been scared of that. I ain't scared of that type of connection. I ain't scared to confront that type of connection. I ain't scared to confront the lowest me and tell the lowest me, this ain't where I want to be. You hear me? I ain't scared to confront the lowest me. I ain't scared to confront the part of me that I don't feel happy with and tell them, look, I'm not happy with you. I want to change that. I want to change you. I want to change the way you think. I want to change the way you act and the way you breathe. I want to change all that. I ain't scared to come to myself and say that. You niggas is. You niggas so scared you front and fake and try to become another you that you ain't. You niggas so scared to confront the real you that you'll try to act like your brother. You try to act like your sister when you can't. You try to be your best friend, but you ain't. You hear me? You niggas that scared. You niggas that scared to be the real you that you don't even know who the real you is no more when you look in the mirror. What type of shit is that? You hear me? I ain't never been around no niggas who don't know the real them. And I'm tired of niggas faking the funk around real niggas. I'm tired of being around fake niggas that's faking the funk around real niggas, like real niggas can't recognize the fake in you. Bitch is funky. You faking the funk is funky, so the fake in you is funk. And you think you can't smell that? Listen, I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of niggas not telling the truth on how they really feel. If they up for the challenge or if they not. I'm tired of niggas not having a drive to do anything. I'm tired of a lazy nigga. I don't like lazy niggas. I don't like no nigga who can't do nothing for themselves. I don't like no nigga who ain't got belief in themselves, my nigga. I got belief in myself since I was a shorty, since I was in the foster homes, in the foster system. When I first was took from my mom, you feel me? And pops. I have belief, gang. I'm tired of niggas who ain't got belief. I'm tired of niggas who always say, I can't do this. Shut the fuck up. You're a weak ass soul. You're a weak vessel. I hate a weak motherfucker, gang. And you know what's funny? It's always a weak motherfucker that got something to tell you. That got something to tell a strong motherfucker. One thing you can't do, you can't tell a strong motherfucker nothing. You can't tell a strong motherfucker nothing, gang. You can tell a weak motherfucker apart from a strong motherfucker, because a weak motherfucker always trying to dodge everything. A weak motherfucker don't want to hear nothing. A weak motherfucker, they run from all the truth. That's a weak motherfucker, gang. That's a weak-minded vessel. I don't like being around weak-minded people. I don't like being around weak-willed people. I don't like being around weak people, period. You hear me? If you weak, you're going to bring my team down. If you weak, you can't be part of my team. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need no weak niggas on my team. Jesus ain't roll with no weak niggas. Jesus rolled by himself. He ain't ride with no weak niggas, because the niggas that was bound was weak. You feel me? Them niggas will break down easy. At the end of the day, we strong motherfuckers, we here to teach you weak niggas, man. We here to build you up. A weak nigga is a nigga that's quick to grab their gun and rob a motherfucker. A weak nigga is a nigga who can't be an entrepreneur or even go get a 9-to-5 job. You a weak nigga. You don't want to create your own business, nor do you want to go get a job. You're a weak nigga. All you want to do is take from people, take, steal, kill, rob. You're a weak nigga, gang. You hoes too. It's some weak bitches out there too. It's some weak young hoes that's following these niggas, and these hoes young bums. All they do is lay on their back with their legs open. You hear me? And they parents don't know nothing, and they bums out there, gang. That's them young shorties. I ain't lying. That's them young shorties, man. Them shorties don't want to do nothing. They don't want to be nobody. Them shorties don't even believe in themselves. They so goofy. You hear me? They so goofy, and you know they goofy because their parents goofy. The parents goofy. That's why I pay attention, like, gang. I pay attention. You got to pay attention. You got to make sure you're standing on whatever it is you're standing on, because somebody out there ain't standing on shit. Stand on whatever it is you're standing on, because somebody out there ain't standing on shit, man. Somebody out there ain't standing on nothing, gang, and I recognize that. In life, you got to stand for something. You got to become something. You know, if you came from the hood, you know, you want to get out the hood, right? So all of us in the hood, we try. We doing our best to try to get out the hood with our talents, with our skills, our gifts. You know what I'm saying? We applying ourselves. We applying ourselves even under pressure. And when pressure comes, you know, we make sure we able to stand in that pressure and, you know, take the waterfall, take the rain, take whatever coming with that pressure and be able to walk out straight with no cuts and scrapes. But don't get it twisted. There's a lot of people out there that's going to be begging for you to get them cuts and scrapes. A lot of people out there going to be begging that you don't make it out of that. You know what I'm saying? Out of that trial and tribulation era. They're going to be begging that you don't get the lesson that you're supposed to receive and that you failed, you know, somehow. Failing is not an option, though. Failing is not an option. Quitting is not an option. Quitting don't live in my vocabulary. It just never did. You know, I don't know why some of you niggas let it live in y'all's. I know so many niggas around here that just let that word live inside of them, in the side of their mind. I can't. I'm not strong enough. Shut your bitch ass up. I said this before. A lot of you niggas weak. The only thing you can run to is a gun or using a bitch. And now that you run the bitch dry, the bitch get smart on you. She don't want nothing to do with you no more. She done got smart. She done start paying attention, gang. Y'all, you see, you can't keep playing these dumbass games day after day, year by year, gang. That shit get washed up, get played out. It get washed up and it get played out. Yeah. And due to the fact that you start recognizing, you know, what's real and what ain't. You start recognizing the shit you doing ain't real. You feel me? You start recognizing the shit you thought was real ain't real. You know what I'm saying? You start recognizing the shit you thought was the truth ain't. And that's how I hit, you know. That's why I said you gotta pay attention sometimes, you know. Pay attention, keep your head out of the motherfucking social media world all day. Social media got niggas lost. Social media got niggas lost. Niggas wishing and hoping on a dream when they get on them social media platform. I don't see a nigga getting on social media platforms promoting nobody no more, supporting nobody no more, motivating nobody no more. Only thing I see is them getting on social media platforms just to look for drama, just to look for the next negative, you know what I'm saying, notion going around, just to look for the next negative shooting or fight that took place, next negative video. You feel me? Another dumb thing too is like when shit take place with the black community, why don't y'all try to peer in and stop the shit from taking place? Y'all motherfuckers peer in and video record. Y'all peer in and do all this other shit. Watch. Y'all peer in and instigate. Like, come on, gang. I ain't never seen nobody peer in and try to stop that shit. I remember my nigga James did, though. I ain't gonna lie. He did. This was years ago. And they recorded him, gang. It was some girls jumping another girl. So gang see the shit. He stopped in his truck, him and his white girl. He get out, he tell the bitches like, damn, y'all bogus, why y'all jumping on her? Y'all should have a one-on-one. And they said something slick to him, you feel me? Anyway, the shit get a little hostile. He go to the car, he pull out a pistol. They said something about calling their cousin. He tell his white girl, the white girl, she had a gun on her too. He tell the white girl, hey, go get the shotgun, go get the pump. She get the pump out the car. So now it get real geek. The people ain't even call their cousin. They don't want no more smoke. But it was the whole principle that, you know, he literally came and he tried to put an end to them jumping old girl, you know, that's what's up. Because like I said, you don't see that many times. You see everybody pulling their phones out trying to video record this shit. Like it's funny. Like it's something to watch. Black people stupid as a bitch. That's the shit I be talking about, like, gang. Our culture goofy as a motherfucker. Like, why is y'all trying to record this shit? What type of dumbasses? Y'all dumb as a bitch. But at the end of the day, you don't see that happening from no other cultures. Everybody else, my nigga, they really helping their people. They for their people. If they see you robbing their people, doing something to their people, they calling. You hear me? They hopping on that. Hey, hold on, calm down. And if they can't stop you, my nigga, they calling authority. That's how it's supposed to be with the black community. We so dumb though, gang. Everybody want to be competitive. Everybody want to beef with each other. Everybody want to be one up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to outdo each other. Like, get your bitch ass out of here. Yeah, get your bitch ass out of here, man. I ain't never been one of them competitive ass niggas. I know when niggas be like, "Gang, you want to play Call of Duty?" Hell no, nigga, I don't play Call of Duty. I'm not a competitor, nigga. I don't gotta compete. One reason I ain't gotta compete is, my nigga, half of the areas that you're trying to compete in, I know I'm better than you. You feel me? Half of the areas you're trying to compete in, I know I'm better than you. Niggas like, oh, you ain't better getting money. Nigga, money is abundance. Money come and go. Everybody get money. Money is the energy. All you got to do is know how to make it flow at the end of the day. When it comes to skills and talent and doing everything else, mastering everything else, understanding, comprehending everything else, nigga, I've been outdoing you niggas. I landslide at you niggas. Niggas lost by a landslide already. You feel me? You lost by a landslide. Only reason you lost by a landslide is because I understand myself. I understand my energy, and I'm not afraid of who I am. I'm not afraid to be who I am, who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's myself. You niggas want to be so many different people. You niggas want to be so many identify or unidentified people, gang. You got so many titles to you that it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? You got so many titles to you that it don't make no sense. And all them titles, they don't account for nothing, because once you strip yourself from all them titles, you start recognizing you are just like everybody else. Once you strip yourself from all them titles, from being a bus driver, a worker, a father, a coach, a strength trainer, a life coach, whatever you are, you recognize you are normal just like everybody else. Once we strip these titles from each other, we are human, my nigga. But it only proves when physicality step in, naturality step in, talents, gifts, characteristics, behavior. When you start showing things you would do versus things you wouldn't do. When you start showing growth. Because I'm gonna tell you something, you ain't gonna stay the same as you did last year. You ain't gonna stay the same as you did last year. You're gonna either get better or worse. You either gonna elevate or you're gonna decline. You're not gonna stay the same you was last year. You feel me? Nobody stayed the same they was when they was a child. Everybody, when they was a child, we used to think one way. Now, once we get older, we think a different way, whether it's worse or better. You feel me? Most of you niggas probably used to always hate certain people. Now you grew up, you start understanding life. You got a little more mature. You start experiencing life a little more, being around more people with more open-minded ideas. You feel me? You start looking at shit you used to hate differently now. So you got to understand these things come with life, and these things form in life. And as they come and form, gang, we got to not force them away and not pull them, but we got to process them. That means we got to wallow in it. We got to dwell in that moment. We got to live in that moment, live in that emotional moment. And I don't mean emotional by like sadly emotional, crying. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. But emotional, what I mean by emotional, that moment of emotions. Whether it's happy, sad, up, down, whether it's depressed, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's wild, we got to live in that. We got to understand the processes of it. We got to process it, understand the feeling. You feel me? And learn to control it. Simple as that, learn to control it. I think a lot of beefs happen out here because people can't communicate and talk amongst each other. A lot of people wouldn't be dead and shootings wouldn't take place if niggas could talk. When they have problems, if niggas could sit down and communicate amongst each other, you feel me? And not right away result to shooting them. Right away result to, no, fuck them, I'm gonna kill them, I'm gonna take their life. Because I'm gonna tell you something, if the shoe's on the other foot, you want somebody to sit down and talk with you before they took your life. If they got the upper hand on you, you would want them to sit down and talk with you first before they took your life. You don't want no motherfucker putting that bitch all in your face, and right away they pulling the trigger and you ain't got no time for nothing. You feel me? Come on, let's be real. But at the end of the day, you niggas out here though, you be so quick to put that bitch in somebody's face and kill them and take their life. And I never understood that. I never understood that, gang. That's how I know some niggas ain't got morals and values. I know. That's how I know some of you niggas don't pay attention to what your parents was teaching you when you was young. Some of you niggas probably was blowing what your mom and daddy say right out the other ear. You're a dumb fuck now. Because now you got to go through life with strife. Now you got to go through life with all type of problems and situations happening to you just because you didn't understand how to, you feel me, cooperate, or you didn't understand how to maneuver amongst the trouble throughout life, amongst the strife, amongst wicked people. You didn't know how to maneuver amongst those that you should not be amongst. You feel me? I learned that though, man. So I maneuver alone now. I isolate myself. I stay away. I stay to myself and with God and with my family, with my wife and my kids. Simple as that. If I ain't really, and sometimes I don't want to bother with a lot of you niggas out there. A lot of you niggas don't do nothing but bring more trouble. A lot of you niggas don't do nothing but want to talk about bullshit. You ain't trying to talk about no business. For one, because you don't believe in yourself. So I don't want to kick it with a lot of niggas anyway. These niggas ain't trying to really go further. They don't want to scale nothing. You niggas only want to talk about some shit you did. Oh man, why I had this bitch. Oh man, I just caught this little bad bitch. Don't nobody give no fuck about that shit, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Only thing I care about, my nigga, is I want to buy land, I want to buy houses, and I want to get financially wealthy so I can create generational wealth for my family. All the other bullshit you niggas be talking about, fuck what you talking about. Fuck them bum assholes you with. Fuck all that other shit. Listen, my brother, I got an oldest brother. He do the same shit. My oldest brother do the same shit. Talking about I don't give no fuck about these bitches, man. Fuck them hoes, bro. At the end of the day, man, look, my life is more valuable than them bitches. You hear me? Definitely if it's about, listen, if it ain't about creating no business and me and we ain't partnershiping and shit, because me and my wife, that's all I need. I got a wife. I don't need nothing else. So if we ain't partnership and shit with nobody, then fuck you and them bitches. I be feeling like that, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. Because if I don't feel like that, if I don't feel like that and I feel like everybody else feel, then I'll be losing. I'll be losing right along with everybody else. I'll be stalling time right along with everybody else. I'll be wasting time right along with everybody else. I wouldn't be branding myself like I'm doing. Unlike nobody else. You hear me? I'll be losing. I'll be stuck in one position. I can't afford that. I've been stuck in one position all my life, at least I think accordingly. But now that I'm waking, I don't believe I've been stuck. I believe that I just didn't know how to control, my reality. That's what it is. I didn't know how to control it at the time. Now that I'm tapping into this power where I'm learning how to control it, I'm learning how to manifest exactly what I want at exactly the time. I think it's the time that I'm studying now, how to manifest at the correct time. Wow. But now that I'm learning that game, I pay so much attention to it more and more, and I see where people slack at with it. You feel me? And I see where people failed, where they have valuable time, they have valuable free will decisions to make the best decisions that can land them somewhere, in the future where they want to be. They DSR, they desire reality. But I also seen and been around a lot of people who didn't know what they was doing with that energy. They didn't know how to get to their DSR. Simple as that. They didn't, So I think I've been on this whole journey of learning that myself, studying subconscious, studying the conscious mind, studying the powers of the mind, period. Because like I said, the powers of the mind, gang, and the conversation, man, a lot of people wouldn't be dying out here. A lot of niggas wouldn't be getting shot. I mean, it's just the truth. That's just the truth. I think it'll be a lot of more, understanding. Everything wouldn't be so misunderstood. Everybody wouldn't be so misunderstood. It's a lot, but I'm just glad I'm here, man. I thank God every day I wake up. You should too. Every day you wake up, thank your creator, whatever it is. If your God is money, your God is your jury. Thank your creator. You feel me? Because a lot of people, they wake up and they get going. A lot of people, they don't even believe in God, And I ain't saying that's the reason they die and shit, but I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of shit out here that we supposed to be thankful for, that we don't. Today's Father's Day. All the fathers out there that's alive and well, you got to be thankful. You got to be happy. You feel me? Don't just wake up like, man, listen, it's another day, B. This shit normal to me, B. No, it ain't. It ain't. It's some people who didn't make it today. Around the world, it's some people who didn't make it today. Just not in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Around the world, somebody didn't make it. Around the world, somebody didn't make it to see Father's Day. Around the world, somebody died on Father's Day, 1 in the morning. You feel me? Getting shot. And 9 times out of 10, they got shot by another motherfucker that looked just like them. Same color as you and me. Same color as you and me. No matter what color you is, no matter what color I am, same color, whether you white, black, brown, purple. Yeah. It'll be a while before you get what that means. But at the end of the day, I think that's the gist of it. That's the real gist of it. Yes, it's a happy Father's Day. RP to my pops. Happy Father's Day to you, pops. My pops was the best pops, ever that I could have had been assigned to. That I could have been assigned to as a child. My dad was the best. He taught me what he could. He taught me what he knew. He gave me a lot of great advice. You feel me? I don't care about all the bad times. Because like I said, even though I had bad times in life, I had great times too. And the only thing I like to think about is the great times. The bad times don't lead me nowhere. Me thinking about all the bad times don't get me nowhere. But back sad. back hurt, back feeling some type of way. Due to the fact I don't like feeling no type of way, I only think of the good shit. You hear me? So RP Pops, happy Father's Day again. You know, and you know, if you got your father in your life, man, make sure you show some love to your father. Don't be one of them bums. I wish my dad, my real dad would have, you know what I'm saying, got to know a nigga, or I would have got to know my real dad. That would have been what's up. But at the end of the day, it don't work like that always, man. You know how that go. You know how that go. Yo, yeah, I'm on this live, bro. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you soon when I get off this live because I'm on live right now. Yeah, hell yeah. I got you ASAP. ASAP. Okay, for sure. Okay, yes, that was brother-in-law. Happy Father's Day again. Mike G. OGs. Happy Father's Day to all the OGs out there, man. Like I said, without y'all, man, we will be lost. Young niggas will be lost, young, old. Because the generation holds so much knowledge. That's one thing I do know. The OGs hold a lot of knowledge, and I like watching the OGs. I like listening to, you know what I'm saying, older niggas with knowledge and older niggas who living for something, living with a purpose. If you got a purpose in life, your purpose is your family, your purpose is God, your creator, you following them, I follow you. That's what I'm doing. I'm listening to you. Now, I don't listen to everything and I don't believe everything, but at the end of the day, everybody that search and they siege and they God-fearing, you feel me, and they got a purpose, yes, that means they're on the right path. They just need a little bit of guidance. At one point in time in my life, I was there too. I was on the right path and I needed a little bit of guidance. There was nobody around there to give me that guidance. Now, once I start learning that guidance myself and I start studying a little bit more, taking my time, using my mind as my nine, that would have been a rhyme, but it's not because I ain't rhyming. But as I start doing that, taking my time, using my mind as my nine, I start finding ways, gang. And I start finding back doors, front doors, side doors, windows that I can crawl through on my journey, on this path that I call life. You feel me? On this creation, on this manifestial path that I call life. And I love it. I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? I love it, you know? Gotta love the experience of life. Some people looking for happiness, right? You gotta understand this. Happiness is what you make it. Happiness is what you make it in the mind. You feel me? Happiness is in the mind. Money don't bring happiness. People in your life don't bring happiness. Toys, the fun stuff you do, events don't bring happiness. Days at the mall, days on the Ferris wheel don't bring happiness. Days in the beach don't bring happiness. I'm gonna tell you something. Happiness is all in the mind. One thing I do know is anytime you're doing something, say if you got a problem and you go do an event, you go to a park, you go to a fair, roller coaster ride, you go out, whatever the case, movies, dinner, to get the problem off your mind. I'm gonna tell you something. After all that shit is done, that problem still come back in your head. You still think about it. It still lingers. You like, damn, I still gotta deal with this. And at the end of the day, you recognize that all that shit you did, all that shit you bought, all the money you spent on all the mall shopping, all the clothes shopping, car shopping, whatever it is you do, that didn't make you happy. It didn't satisfy you. You know what I'm saying? It satisfied you for the time being, but somewhere down the line, that problem come back to your mind. You be like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand happiness is within one's self. Happiness is within one's mind. You can't be happy physically unless you're happy mentally. To get happy mentally, you got to learn to let go of all expectations. You got to learn to let go of all expected feelings. You know, a lot of y'all, day by day, as you live, every day you wake up and go to sleep, you wake up with expectations, you go to sleep with expectations. You wake up with expectations and you go to sleep. I said that again. You go to sleep expecting everything to be okay. You expect yourself to be safe. You expect yourself to have a great night's sleep. You expect, okay, when I wake up tomorrow, that's the biggest one. You expect to wake up tomorrow. Everybody that go to sleep expect to wake up the next day. You know how many people die in their sleep? So once we learn to let go of expectations, because I'm gonna tell you something, sometimes everything you expect don't happen. Everything you expect don't work out that way. That's also called planning. If you expect something, you planning for it to happen. That's a plan. And usually what I learned throughout living life, throughout living, my 35 years, I learned that plans never fully go through because the universe, the way the natural cycle works off of life, just in general, it outdo plans because plans is premeditated, and they are plans that got to get put together by a man. They got to get put together by man's mind and then man's action. At the end of the day, everything that happened in everyday life, if you sit still for the next 24 hours, everything that take place in front of you was meant to take place. It wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. Universe didn't plan it. The God didn't plan it. It was meant to take place. It was correlated to take place the way it took place. Now, us with our energy and the way we flow with the free will, we have the power to indulge into that correlated course. We have the power to indulge into that correlated course. And what I mean by that is we have the power to manipulate that correlated course by adding our energy into it. So meaning if we add our energy into it, whether it's negative or positive, we're going to receive the benefits. We're going to receive the fruits from that tree, from that labor that we just put in, whether it's good or bad, gang. So a lot of times that's why I try to put the good labor in. That's why I try to sow the good seeds. I ain't got time to sow the negative seeds because once I sow negative seeds, all that's doing is bringing me negative fruit. That's bringing me rotten fruit that I don't want from that tree of negative seeds I sowed in the ground. No, that ain't what I want. You hear me? I want some of the best results in life. And the only way to make the best results in life is making the best decisions, the wisest decisions with your mind first. Because if I don't make them with my mind first, gang, I can't make them physically in the world. I can't make them physically appear for me. I can't make them physically happen in events. You feel me? That take place in real time. So I got to start in the mind. You got to start in the mind. I tell so many people this, but they don't believe in it. And look, I'll be laughing. I'm like, yo, you ain't got to believe in it. I believe in it, and I'm going to show you. Once I start showing you, and I start showing you the true powers that I once doubted myself, because all of us doubt the true powers that lies within ourselves, the true potential that lies within our subconscious and conscious mind at the end of the day, in the belief. Everything fails from the start of doubting. Everything fails from the start of doubting. I know so many people that doubt themselves. Every time you doubt yourself, you already failed. Let me tell you why. Because you systematically set it up for your subconscious mind to pick up on this doubt. And once you picked up on this doubt that you thought about, that doubt created a feeling. And that feeling, your subconscious mind picked up on, and it resonated with. And that resonated feeling that your subconscious mind picked up on, it start pinging and pinging into reality, into real time. And once it pinged into real time, into reality, events started taking place and unfolding for you that you did not want to happen. But unfortunately, this is the way you thought because of that doubt. This is the way you thought because of that one little unlucky doubt that you started off thinking. The moment you woke up, the moment you hopped out of that bed, the moment you started a new project, the moment you started a new career, the moment you started that new goal, and that first doubt that got in your head, like, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. You know what, I don't think I'll be able to achieve this. You know what, I don't think this will be able to work for me. That one thought sowed a seed that was so large for a tree to grow so big with fruits that are so rotten that you didn't even recognize it. I started recognizing that slowly but surely. It took time, it took years. You ain't gonna recognize this overnight. This ain't no overnight motherfucking wisdom that you're gonna get. You gotta start understanding this. Understand me when I tell you this. This ain't no overnight wisdom that you're gonna get. This ain't no overnight shit you're gonna pick up on, gang. At the end of the day, it's gonna take time. And due to the fact it's gonna take a lot of research and studying, you're gonna have to be aware. A lot of awareness. This calls for a lot of awareness. You got to be aware of every time, every situation, every event, every occurrent moment, every current moment, every recurrent moment. You feel me? Every repeat, every deja vu repeated cycle. You got to pay attention to that shit. Yeah, that's what you got to pay attention to. History repeats itself, they say, right? And they say to know the future, we got to watch history. You feel me? To know the future, we got to understand history. Okay. Well, if we understand history and we know the future, that means we can stop a lot of shit. That means we can, you feel me, tackle a lot of problems that once could have happened or was supposed to happen, we can prevent it, avoid it. We can be 2 steps ahead. We can checkmate it like in chess. All the above, pretty much. All the above, you know? And that's the best part about learning life. And that's the best part about learning, period, to me. You know what I'm saying? Learning oneself, learning your inner self, understanding. Understanding. This one, this is my little buddy. Look at the camera, right there. Look at the camera, right. Yeah, look, tuxedo. Yeah, man. This one is a spoiled one, man. She stay on me. I think all my animals be like that. They just love the spirit, the energy that I carry, gang. That's, a lot of times, like people like, man, y'all house cats. It's a lot of cats around. I also heard cats keep away evil energy. You feel me? That's what I heard. Other cultures do believe in that. So at the end of the day, I just pray they do keep around. Let me keep off that evil energy that's around when they're around. Because the world is coming to a evil position, an evil point in life, man. And you got to be willing and able to stand strong. They say only the strongest survive, right? I think a lot of y'all thought they meant physically strong. Nah, they meant mentally strong. Your mind got to be fucking strong. You got to be tether strong, gang, to survive out here in this mental warfare and the spiritual warfare that's taking place right now. Simple as that, man. That's the truth. You guys to be. You gotta be, man. I feel like a lot of people gonna let this message go over their head. A lot of them ain't. I think a lot of shit I said today came straight from the heart. It did. I had to hit y'all with a lot of that straight from the heart shit. I'm gonna be like 607 Unk and like them little ass roaches. He be like, remember that? I'm gonna roll up another blonde dog. He be like them little roaches. He be having them motherfuckers little like. Lips be big as hell, like, but gotta love dog. At the end of the day, hell yeah, man. I hope everybody have a wonderful Father's Day. I hope all the kids get to spend time with their fathers, gang. Cherish your father, gang. I wish I could spend that time with mine today. May he rest in peace. He in a better place now. So cherish your pops, man. Spend much time with your pops. Learn from your pops. If your pops ain't learning, teach him. Young dude, go learn something and teach him. Each one teach one, gang. That's what we're supposed to be doing, researching and learning, teaching each other. Whatever it is that we know, whatever it is that we learn, whatever knowledge that we get, that we could pass it along, you hear me? To the next person so they can get the same knowledge as your goofy ass and they can make it somewhere. You feel me? They can get somewhere farther if you didn't, you hear me? That's what it's about. Making sure these kids go farther than we did. Make sure we support the kids. Make sure we got their back and the family back as fathers. Because at the end of the day, black families need more black fathers, gang. We ain't got enough of them. Black families need more black fathers. We ain't got enough of them. We got to stand up in our black family lives, gang. So, I love y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all take care. Stay safe. Stay out the way, baby. Baby. Yeah, because it's finna get dangerous today, man. So stay out the way. I'm out, guys.